Right. Good evening, everyone. Online students, can you hear me? Do you know SQL command for displaying the row data in rows wise? If friends select star from student, it will not display row wise. The columns are coming to next. 1 minute. Sorry. Select first set set page space no set pages. Okay, na page size equal to space 200. Lines only. Line size. And then okay. Okay, did you find out the reason why we got error yesterday? Yesterday we got error what? Invalid column index, na? We got invalid column index because variable assignment problem. I didn't change the variable assignment properly. No problem in DAO, no problem in POJO. There's a problem in DAO. In DAO class, what the mistake I did? This is the prepared statement object creation, and this prepared statement object creation assigned to the variable insert prepared statement. I forgot to change this insert prepared statement variable in the next lines. By the time create method executed, insert prepared statement variable is pointing to this delete query. Delete query contains how many placeholders? Only one. That is a mistake. Okay. Now look at here. I have not changed insert query variable name. Okay. Observe. Insert query, insert prepared statement variable name. I didn't change it down. By the time execute query, execute method is, create method executed, insert prepared statement method, insert prepared statement variable is pointing to delete query. That is the problem. Here I have to change it to delete and here I have to change to update, and here I have to change to select. Okay, and here insert as it is. Okay, with this, now insert prepare statement pointing to insert query, select prepare statement pointing to select query, update prepare statement point to update query, delete prepare statement pointing to delete query. Okay, done. Then now let me run this code. Already yesterday I have executed 3 records I created. Let me create one more record. Now which one I have to execute? Right click on login page. So always we want first give login page as a home page. Login page as a home page. Login run as run on server. Select next finish. Okay. Here username, password, login button. Don't you have an account? Create an account. So I don't have account. So I want to create an account. Then user ID, username, password, email, mobile, register. Already have an account. Click on log. Okay, now 2 links I have given. Create an account giving user ID 1237. Username. Tell me some username. Ramu. Okay, password Rani. Email ramu@gmail.com. And mobile, some number 10245678. Some number, dummy numbers I am giving. I didn't add any validations. You can add validations later. Register. Okay. Account created successfully. Then login. Then click on login. Login page is open. Now background observe. Here when you run, select star from user ID. Ramu account is created. So this is the code we have developed yesterday. Can I quickly revise what we learned in last class? Same flow will be run everywhere. Any project you take, small project or big project, difference between core Java and advanced Java. In core Java, we have main method class. In advanced Java, we have servlet class, except that remaining all points are same. In core Java also we write if-else blocks. In advanced Java also we write if-else blocks. Now this is the database table. So once again, please recollect what you have learned yesterday. Right, here we have user account table. Please remember this flow. This diagrammatic representation is important. A command system. User account table. In user account, you have user ID. I'm writing shortcut. Username, password, email, and mobile. Then once the database table is ready, first of what? Database table. Step number 1, log into HKNIT table schema in Oracle database, connected to this schema, and then create table created. Then next, develop Pojo class user account. Second step, Pojo class. And then Pojo class is created. Just Pojo class contain fields and setter getter methods. Fields and then setter and getter methods. Then this user account class, okay. Then next we develop what? DAO. DAO class, what the DAO class name? Class user account DAO. Inside this class, we develop the methods to perform CRUD operations. First, open connection. The next, close connection. Next, prepare, create prepared statements. Create prepared statements. The next, close, prepare statements. And the next, method for create account, which will take user account object as an argument, returns Boolean value if created account. Here, what is the query executed? Insert. The next, another method we create. Return type is what? User account. Method name is get account. Now taking what? User ID. And here what query executed? Select query executed. The next, I want array list of user accounts, and then get accounts method. This method returns select query. Here also execute select query. Then next method what you have developed? Boolean. Method name is what? Okay. Return type is user account. Method name is update. Update user ID we are passing. Here select query only executed. In place of select query, can I call get account method? Yes or no? Get account method I can call because same logic. And then after passing the data, it background save the data for that. Now Boolean method name is what? Save of what you pass? User account. Now here update query execute. And last one, Boolean delete. Boolean delete. What you have to pass? User ID. And here delete query execute. And now we have completed create option. We executed create option. How? For that we have to develop servlet. Tell me now. Here I have to develop servlet. This servlet class, user servlet. Tell me, when I'm developing user servlet, you must feel it is a for Java main method class, user servlet, and this is main method is nothing but service. In place of service, what method we are creating? Prepare request. Prepare request. Then open bracket, closed bracket. Here, what I should write? Take the request type or button. You can take the variable name as button, or you take variable name as what? Request. Button equal to request dot get parameter your pass. Tell me here, if button dot is register, you don't want to execute all methods at a time based on a given request. Remember switch block? If switch of option case 1, case 2, case 3, case 4, that we are writing. Okay, if register, what logic you are write? In place of if, can I write switch here? Yes. Why? Olden days, it is not, string is not supporting. Now, string supporting. Okay. So I want to take switch, register, then case, register. Okay. Then tell me, If register, what logic I have to execute? Create method I have to call. Okay, create method I have to call. Next, if case, okay, here not a button. If button login, which method I have to execute? I have to verify login details, na? Is a valid user or not valid user? I have to verify. I should define one more method here, login validator. Okay, so login validator. Login validate method is called. Next, if request is case get, okay, get, then which method I have to call? Get a account. So like this, we have to develop switch case inside servlet. This servlet will pass, okay, the servlet depending on the values. Now the background methods will be executed. Now in order to pass all these requests, I have to define here HTML page. First HTML page is what? Register. Okay, second HTML page, login. Okay, second HTML page, login. Third HTML page, we will have update, and then fourth HTML page, delete. As many requests we want to perform, those many what you call HTML pages we are going to call. All these HTML pages are sending the request to same servlet. This is called front controller design pattern. One servlet handling multiple requests. Then this servlet can delegate the request to other servlets or can handle the same request. I mean, can handle same servlet, can handle all requests. Again, I'm telling this servlet can have background forward request dot forward request dot forward request dot forward it can write, or it can handle all the requests in a single servlet. Two options are there. Then I am handling here only. If the request is, if the pass request is register, then what method is executed? Create. If the pass request is login, login validator method coming in the middle, I didn't write, I'll write. The next, if the pass request is get, okay, here I'm writing one more HTML page called what? Retrieve. Okay, retrieve HTML page or get HTML page. Then if you pass this request also coming to where? Here. Then now what got? Get. You want to get one account or all accounts? Okay, get account and get all accounts. So like this, like in core Java, in advanced Java also, like in core Java, in advanced Java also, same flow of execution only will be there. The only difference is in core Java, you are writing servlet with a scanner. In advanced Java, you are writing servlet with HTML pages, except that there is no difference. Same flow. Now database extra coming, because database coming, JDBC SQL coming, network coming, because network servlet and HTML coming. Remaining all stories what? Same. One project end to end, if you able to develop, then everything is easy for you. Okay. Now last class we completed create flow. Shall we go for login flow now? Login flow and other flows fast we have to complete. First, step number 3, develop Pojo. Step number 4, develop DAO. Step number 5, develop servlet. Okay, and step number 6, how many HTML files? Okay, develop HTML pages based on number of requests. Minimum, how many will come? 5. One is login, one is register, second login, third retrieve, third create, register is create, and then third is retrieve, fourth is retrieve one account, retrieve all accounts. Both will be there. Both I want right in the same page. And the next update, delete. 5 pages. In bracket, on for what purpose? Login plus CRUD operations. Login plus CRUD operations. Okay, login plus CRUD operations. Right. Login 1 page and CRUD operations 4. And then that's all. These are the 6 steps you have to develop. And if you want, we can develop for the entire project, hash 7, what is that? Home page. Okay, after completing all modules, then we can develop one home page. So these are the 7 steps we have to develop in this project. Then now we completed user DAO. In user DAO, after create operation, I want to develop login, public boolean. What is this? Login of what I have to pass login purpose. Entire user account required only username password. String username comma string password. Username password. And then now here I need login prepared statement. Here login query builder. Yesterday did mistake, again I'm doing same. Control Shift T N. Replace the variable name. All places it will replace automatically. Okay. Insert place. What you write? Login. Login query builder. All 3 places it changes. Okay. And here you have to also change login prepared state. Then go down and here in a close prepared statements. Here you have to close login prepared statement. Okay. And then what is the login method we are right here? What logic I have to write? I have to execute login prepare statement. To execute login prepare statement. Right. If login successful, return true. Right. If login fail, catch off. If any exception raised. What exception will come? SQL exception. SQL exception. Now return false. Okay. E dot print stack trace. E dot print stack trace and end of the method return false. Tell me here I should run prepared statement. Login prepared statement dot set login query. I think we have not changed. What the query? Select user ID from user underscore account. Select user ID from user account where username equal to question mark. If I do any mistake, let me know. And password equal to question mark. That's all, no? Okay. User underscore ID. Select user underscore ID from user account where username equal to password equal to. Correct? Then here I have to set 2 values. Set username string. Set string of 1 comma. What I have to pass here? Double quotes. Sorry, not double quotes. Username. And the next set string password. Okay. And then login prepare statement dot, what I have to run? Execute query. Execute query. And then here, what will you get? Result set. Do you remember result set? Execute query method returns what? Result set. Okay, let me take directly here. Assign to local variable, result set, result set, res. Then I should write how many records are coming from this result set? Multiple records or one recorder? One record. Execute query will execute select query by giving one username, one password. As a result, in the result set coming only one record. When only one record coming, I have to use what? If multiple records are coming, we have to use while. If result set dot next. Next coming means what? Record is available or not available? Available. Okay. Else. Then anyways down, we are sending the response. So if result dot next result is available, then only return true means is a valid user. Return true. Then from here, control is coming to where? Servlet. In servlet, here I should write the code like this. Tell me, in the process request method, I have to verify the button request is what I have to verify now. First, I'm taking string button equal to request dot get a parameter of button. Okay, and then next, I wanted to write switch block. Switch off. What you pass now? Button. If what is the button? First button name I am taking. I'm converting all characters to lowercase. Button dot to lowercase, and then here register. If the double quotes, if the button is register, then if button is register, then case double quotes register colon. What logic I have to write? This entire logic na account create, then read the values from the parameter, then create the okay. Let me create this user account object also outside. So first user account object, and then get the request object, then switch block. Inside switch block, all this logic is going into case one. Create prepare statement, create account boolean, then success. Case registration logic, open bracket and close bracket. Okay. Observe what I have written. If the button value is register, then create user account object and initializing new account with the current request parameters, taking user ID, username, password, email, and setting to what? Account user account object, and then DB connections, prepare statements also I'm taking outside. Okay, if these connections are available, then only we have to go to parameters and all. Then below. Now account DAO dot create. After setting the values, account DAO dot create by passing account object. From here, control is going to create method. Create method reading the values from the POJO object, setting to the prepare statement. Prepare statement execute, update executed, and returns what? True. Then when control come back, create method returns true. If true, then I'm sending request to success phase with what message? Account created successfully. Then success page.jsp, success.jsp page. What you have written inside JSP? Just request.get reviewed, success message, and then included what? Hyperlink login.html for login page. Then now on the browser, after registration, okay, now login page is open. Here I am giving my login user ID Hari and password Balaya, and click on login. When I click on login, then what is the request? What is the request button is coming here? Sorry, Now again control is coming here. The same process request method executed. Now tell me, these three objects are creating again. You want to create these objects again and again? Only one time. Only one time. Can you help me how to make this account DAO object is available? I don't want to create an again and again. I want to have one object for one client, one object I want to create. Second client, second object. Third client, third object. Can you help me? If I send the request, what happened? Again, these three objects are creating. I don't want. Then where I have to write this logic? Come on, please participate. If I click on this, if I click on login button, then again this request is coming to same method. When control come to same method, again one more new object is creating. Na? Is it good or not good? Not good. Then where I have to add? I have to add all these objects. How many times you want these objects? Only one time. Then where I have to create? Inside, inside init method. Now I am writing semicolon here and then now public void. Okay, let me override init method. Init of no param init method I am overriding. No param init method I am overriding. Inside this init method, now I am placing this logic. Look at here, will it work out or not? Now tell me, how many times init method executed? Only one time. When class is loaded into JVM, when user servlet class is loaded into JVM, then class is loaded, instantiated, variable is created, initialized, object is created, and object reference is stored in account DAO, then open connection open to database, create prepare statement, prepare statements are created and pointing to the database. Then request is coming, register request. First request, register request I send. Register request, do post method. Now do post method calling prepare process request method calling get parameter button. Button converted to lowercase, it is a register. Then account object is created. Then now the setting values to the account object, calling create method, F3 method, create method is creating. Create method is reading the values from the account object, setting to what? Prepare statement, execute update, successfully completed, returns what? True. Once returned true, then control come back. Now created message. What is that? True. If created, then passed what? Successful JSP. Success JSP is printing the message, success message, and then login.html link is provided. Login. Let me stop the server. Now login.jsp is provided. Login.jsp here. Then now this is the page coming. Then when I click on login page with the Hari and Balaya, control is coming to servlet again. In the servlet, control is coming to servlet. In the servlet, now again do post method is called, process request method is called. Then what happened? Get parameter. So get parameter getting what? Login. Then tell me how many times now the account object, account DAO is created? One time. How many times connection created? One time. How many prepared statements? One time. Understand my point? Now I have a question. Think. Understand our multi-threading. This is server. One client open the browser, send the request. One thread is created. Servlet object is created. Service method is called. Service method execution, process request method execution is going on. Prepared statements are connected already to the database. Suddenly, execution, some reason, execution is passed. Understand multi-threading chapter. Execution is passed. Meanwhile, from other client from different browser send the request. Then tell me, another new object is created or not? I mean, another new thread is created. New servlet object is created or not created? Not created. It is also pointing to same servlet object. Servlet object already pointing to connection. Servlet object already pointing to prepare statement objects. Na? Multiple prepare statement objects, 5 or 6 prepare statements objects it is pointing. Now our service method already register account prepare statement already has set the values. What values are set? First user account values are set here. Okay. Then observe after setting the values in the prepare statement object, what happened? Service method execution is passed for first client. Then second client also same servlet object, same connection object, same prepared statement objects are there. Yes or no? Then second client also service method is called. Service method is setting the values to different prepared statement or same prepared statement. Same prepared statement. When values are set to the same prepared statement, old values are replaced with what? New values. Understand? Then service method execution is again passed forward. Second client. Then JVM shifting to first client. First client next statement is what? Execute update. When execute update, whose record is creating in the database? First client record or second client record? Second client record is created. Then first client execution completed. Second client is resumed. Execute update. Can it update? Not update? Cannot, because already data is committed. Now the prepared statement object is empty. Placeholders doesn't have values. Then we got what? Exception. So what happened here? This prepared statement object you stored inside service method execution is going what? Concurrently, and finally get wrong results. So I told you, remember, inside service method we must not store mutable variable or mutable object. If we store mutable variable or mutable object, you will get concurrent issues, we will get threading issues, we will get. Then what is the solution? For each client, separate, for each client separate session you have to create. In the session you have to store the data. Remember? Now tell me how to handle this situation. Separate session, separate data. Separate session, separate data. You have to create user account object and its connection prepared statement for both the clients same or different. For first client, first DAO, first connection. Let me give you diagram. This is first client, second client. For first client, thread created. Okay. Then immediately what should happen? Service method. Okay, servlet object created. Now account object should be stored in servlet object or should not be in servlet object? No, where it should be there? Session. But where I can start the session? Only after enter it into service method. Na? When I enter it into service method, user account object is created and stored in the session object. When you send second request, for second request also again we are going to session. Sorry, again we are going to service method. For first request, for first client I am telling, for first client, first request number 1. Then request number 1 coming to servlet.service method. You created DAO object and stored it in the session. When you send the second request, what happened? When you send the second request, request number 2, same servlet object, same service method. Now the DAO object again creating or not? DAO object again creating, na? Where you have written the logic of DAO object creation? Inside service method. Where you are getting the session object? Service method. Where you are storing the DAO object in the session? Service method. That means the logic what you have written executing for first request, second request, third request, fourth request, every request. Now tell me, is it good or bad? Bad. There is a one concept is there which you have learned. I don't want to execute this logic every time. Okay, this user account object, how many times you want to create? One time. When? When session object is created. When a session object is created, I want DAO object create, connection prepared statements create, and available for this client. My question has answer. When a session object is created, I want DAO object to create. Listeners. When event is fired, I want execute logic. What is that? Listener. Which listener? Come on, which listener? Which event, which object life cycle events you want to handle? Session. Then which listener? Session listener. This entire logic plays inside. Okay, comments I will write later. It takes time. I want to complete today. Now where I have to move this entire logic? Listener. Go to, where are you, my dear listener? This entire code I have to write in listener. So I am writing listener. Where I have to write listener? In the resource main method. This is servlet package. Right click, new package. Okay, listener you can choose directly. Listener. In the listener, com.nit.hk. What do you write? Listeners. That is servlet. This is listener. Now class name I am writing HTTP session listener handler. HTTP session listener handler. It is a subclass of any class? No. Next. Which methods you want HU? HTTP session events, lifecycle events I want. Finish. Listener class is created. This is application lifecycle listener implements. Remove this. What the comment? Comments all I will write later. I don't want to waste time now. Constructor not required. Here, demoving all. Now here I should write at class level declare the variable, right? And where I should write this logic? In the session create. When session created, create account object, open connections, and then open connections, create statements. When session is destroyed, then tell me this DO object required or not required? Not required. Session destroyed. Then what you have to write? Account DAO dot close prepared statements, close prepared statements, and then close connections. Close connection, and then account DAO equal to null. Understood? Now here in when session is created, create the DAO and open the connection statements. When session is completed, when session is destroyed, close prepared statement, close connection, and assign null to DAO. It is garbage collector and reference. So this is the that's what whatever you have learned, you have to remember. When you remember, when the requirement is coming, automatically your mind will tell the requirements. So I remember, listeners. That's why I'm able to tell you that. Deleting. Now only what is right? Request. Here the moment when request process started, what I have to write? HTTP session equal to, what do you write? Equal to request dot get session. Okay. Once a session is created for a client one time only, na? Next. No. One second. In the listener, after user account object is created, this user account object created in the private it is. The user account object is created inside the listener must be available to servlet, na? How can I share data from one place to another place between the web components? By using attribute concept. with a attribute concept. Listener handler, in a listener handler class, inside create session method, after DAO open connection create statements. Here what I should write? Adding user account DAO object to session as attribute. Tell me, how can I store? First I have to retrieve attribute na sc dot get session. It returns what? Session object dot set attribute. Which attribute? Double quotes account DAO account DAO. Let me take all capital letters DAO. I am changing variable name here. It will apply everywhere. Control Shift T, rename and AO. It is changed everywhere. DAO comma, what is this here? Account DAO. So what happened? Now attribute is stored. This account object is stored inside session object. Wherever session object is accessed, there account DAO also available. So now in the servlet class, after session object is retrieved from the session, what I'm calling session dot get attribute. Session set attribute completed, get attribute of what I should pass? Attribute name account DAO, and then I should assign this to whom now? Object. Now you is it object or is it user DAO now? User account DAO equal to here what, right? Typecast to what? User account. You know that the object is available is user account. Anyways, typecast now is directly possible. Then try to answer what I did now. First step, again I am repeating entire flow here. This is the project we are developing. What I did, step number 1, I send the request from the register page. Everybody revising, visualizing what we have written code. Now the register page is coming to what now? Register user servlet. In user servlet prepare request method, I call what? Get session. When I call get session, first request you send from the client 1. Session is not available. Session object is created. The moment session object is created, listener is fired. Listener object dot create session. When listener object dot create session method is created, user account object is created, then open connection executed, open create prepare statements executed, then account object reference is stored in the session object, then control come back to where now? Servlet. Get session, return the session object. Then down, what are you doing? We are taking the user account object from the session. What account object stored in the session? Same object we taken into the servlet. Then tell me, when I send request number 2, everyone tell me, when I send request number 2 from the registration page, from the same register page, I send the request number 2. When I send request number 2, get session method second time executed. Get session method create session object again if not available. Not available. Tell me for the first client already request of session object already available or not? Then it create again existing session return. Existing session return. Create statement session created event fired or not fired? Not fired. Then now only existing session object is written. Then go down, you call session dot get attribute of account DAO. Now it return the account DAO object. Account DAO object by creating new return existing return existing. So I send 20 requests from the first client. 20 times it is returning new session object or same session object? Same session object. Then returning same user account object or different user account object? Same user account object. Point clear? Then next, now I am sending request from second browser. I open second browser. From the second browser also I am doing registration only. When I do registration from second browser, what happened? Tell me. Get session method is called. For second browser, get session method, create the new session object. Again, new session object created and session created event fired. Session event lifecycle method is executed. In that again, new user account object is created. In the listener, I must not create this variable here. Why? Of course, I can create outside, but useless. Okay, it can be a local, just local variable sufficient. Because how many listener objects created? Only one listener object. When it is only one listener object, if we created a class level, every time when session object is created, previous reference is replaced with new reference. So now problems will come. Then here, how can I get this account object? Se dot get session dot get attribute. Se dot get session dot se dot get session dot get a attribute of what I should write, double quotes, user account DAO and assign to the local variable. What variable you have to take? User account DAO typecast to okay na? Now tell me why I have moved class level variable to local variable, because listener object is created for each session separately. No, one listener object. When web project is loaded, listener object is created. In the listener object, account DAO, user account DAO variable is available. When first session is created, first user account object stored in the variable. Second session is created, again this method executed, again object is created. Old object replaced with what? New object. Then when session destroy method execution time, which session connection is closing? Last. Every time it is replacing, na? So that's why what I did, I have taken local variable stored in the session. Then when session destroy time, again I am taking what? Existing session object attribute and then closing them. Okay. So right. So now let me proceed next point. So tell me now, when I'm running two examples, then you will understand it. Don't worry. If you have any doubt also, no problem. You will understand slowly. Account DAO. Here variable name is account DAO. That's why I'm saying memory. If you remember from the first day, I'm saying Java is a concept and memory based programming language. If you don't understand, don't accept the concept, don't practice the memory, not visualizing memory, writing code will become very difficult. Core Java level, 1 or 2 programs, it's okay. But once you come to advanced Java Spring Boot, big project we are developing, one class to another class, a lot of flows will be there. That flow to understand, you should have a lot of memory idea. Okay, done. Okay, we completed what you call create option successfully. Let us try to go and check. I wanted to execute this is working or not. If you want to write some SOPLNs, I will write here system.out.println account object is stored in session plus what do you write? Session. Which is session? Se dot get session. Local variable I am not using. Okay. Next, account object is unreferenced and destroyed from session get session. Let me show you practically. Open browser. Now I have to start server first. First start server. Start server. Right click. Start. Server start. Create an account. This is first browser. Copy. Open Internet Explorer. I'm just understanding internet. What do you call multi-threading point of view also. Core Java application means no multi-threading, but advanced Java means multi-threading compulsory. Okay. Two browsers are ready. From the first browser, I am sending request. User ID 7 completed. 1 2 3 8. something called user 8, U8, password P8, and then email p8@gmail.com. Some dummy names I'm giving 1, 2, 3, 4. And then click on register. When I click on register, what happened? Background, tell me. Already project is loaded. Background, listener object is created or not? Background, what happened? Listener object is created. This is the listener object. HTTP session listener handler object is created. Right? Then next, I am sending the request now. When I click on register button, everyone tell me the flow. Compulsory you have to speak, then only you'll understand. Tell me the flow. When I click on register, all these values are going into servlet. Servlet. User servlet. Inside user servlet, what the first statement? Request.get session. For this client, session created or not created? Not created. Then what happened? Session object is created. Okay, this is session object. For whom this session? Chrome, GC session. Google Chrome session object, Google Chrome browser session object created. When session object is created, background what is there? Attribute map is there. Attribute map is there. When session object is created, HTTP session listener takes this session object and on this listener object dot, it is calling what method? Come on, session created. A flow gurtundali. Session created. SSC shortcut I am writing. When session created method is executed, session created method is executed. Background, which object you creating here? User account object created. User account object. I mean user DAO object. This is DAO object created. Now DAO object. This is DAO object. DAO object implicitly, okay, after DAO object created, you call dot open connection. Connection object created. Then you call create prepared statement. Then all 5 prepared statement objects are created. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. Okay, all prepared statement objects are created. And then next, you are storing this DAO object reference inside session. Then inside session with what name you stored? Account DAO. Right? With the name account DAO you stored in the session object account DAO, and the reference is stored here. Session object is pointing to this DAO object. అర్థమైంది ఇప్పుడు దాకా? What next? Now session object is created. Now our servlet, what is the variable we have called? Get session of session. Now our local session variable is now pointing to this session object. Okay, and then next tell me. So session variable finally, after session object is created, immediately create statement method creates session created method executed, DAO object is created, connection object created, prepared statement objects created, and then DAO stored inside session object. Session object reference is returned to our program. Our local variable session variable is pointing to session object. So tell me, session variable now have a access to the session object. Session object with the attribute having the access to what? DAO. Am I right? Then now inside, can I call like this? Session dot get attribute of. Can I call like this? Session dot get attribute of account DAO. Session dot get attribute of account DAO variable pointing to what? DAO object. Then here I am creating DAO variable. Now the DAO variable receiving the reference and it is pointing to the same DAO object or not? Everyone got clarity? Yeah? Tell me, wherever this session object is available, wherever the session object is accessible, their DAO is also accessible. Then now tell me, request dot button. What the button coming? Request. register. So now register dot to lowercase. What is coming from the browser? Capital R. Capital R is changed to what? Smaller and passing. Small r is matched. Okay, case register. Then user account object is created. Then reading the attributes from the request object and setting to the account object. Then next, account DAO dot create. Account DAO object is nothing but DAO object. DAO object. Then from here, control is going to create. Control is going to create method user account with 4 values, and then insert statement dot already account DAO object contain insert statement prepared statement object na. Insert prepared statement dot execute update method is executed, record is stored. Let's see now complete flow is happened or not. Background, observe the browser, console. Observe the console. Keep this browser side. Observe here, I should get a message session object is stored. Register. Account object is stored in session. Message coming na. Listener executed stored. Account created successfully. Login. Understand? Servlet to listener to session. Everything I have used. Context and config I have not used because context and config is only for retrieving the initialization values. Initialization values we are not passing via servlet, we are passing via properties file. Okay. Then now what am I doing? Go back. I am sending another user 129 user 9 password user 9 and email ID user 9, mobile number user. Click on register. If I click on register, account object is stored in the session. Session create method again executed or not executed? Not executed because from the same browser I am sending request. What happened? New session created? No. Look at their message is not come. Understand? Because I have the entire flow of execution of the servlet in my brain. That's why I'm able to write the project perfectly. Now open browser. Then in the browser, I'm sending user 10. I'm sending user. Oh, this is a user account. 1241. 1241. Then username, user 10, password, user 10 only, and next email, user 10 @ gmail.com. Okay, mobile is 1234 10, whatever. Click on register. Tell me, when I click on register for this browser, session is there or not there? Not there. New session is created. New account object is created, stored in the new session object. Tell me now, multi-threading problems coming or not coming? Not coming. First account data stored in the first account, second user data storing in second account. So both are having their own parallel. So as many customers are sending request, those many paths are created multi-thread. So I have servlet execution flow with multi-threading, and I have session concept, I have listener concept in my mind. Whatever I learned, everything there in my brain. While I am writing project, my brain is keep on not only writing the code, also parallelly thinking the path flow of two users there in my mind. In core Java, small program with two objects I explained. Every time two objects, first object, second object, first object, second object. If I modify first object, what happened to second object? If I modify second object, what happened to first object? In multi-threading, I have two browsers, two clients in my mind. First client, second client. Both clients are coming to same servlet object. Same servlet object means if I create the account object connection prepare statement in the servlet class, katam. What the problem? Now both clients are accessing same connection, same prepared statement. Then both are fighting each other for the access. Concurrent access, wrong results will come. Then what to do? Separate the path. Okay, single session, a single servlet object for first client, go to servlet to session. Second side, go to servlet to separate session. Store account object in first session, store second object in one more separate object in second session. Now I am stopping the browser. When I stop browser, what happened? Tell me. Session destroy method executed. Na? How many sessions are available? 2 sessions. When 2 sessions are destroyed, background, 2 connections and 2 prepare statements also destroyed. Na? Console. When I destroy directly, it is getting problem. Okay, I'll do one thing. Start server, it is not showing because directly killed, no chance to print a message. User account servlet as modified. Save. Okay, observe now. Open browser. Reloading context. Now I'm sending request again. This is 11. User 11. Password. User 11. User 11. And then click on register. User ID already available. SQL integrity violation. Unique constraint. Okay. One four two. Okay, maybe I give the user ID wrong. Okay. Now look at that account object is created and session is stored. What I'm doing now, open this browser. Now 1411 already stored from here. Okay, it's actually 10, 3, 13, 13, 13, 13. Click on register. Okay, account object is created. In the servlet, I am writing one space, click on space. Now the project is reloaded. Look at that. Both account object is unreferenced and destroyed from the session. So everything is working correctly now? Fine. So this is the basic idea about how the multi-threading you have to handle in the servlet with the help of session object. So what is the rough diagram I'm giving quickly? This is browser, and for when you send the request from the first browser, one thread created, session servlet object is created. From this servlet object, what is created? Session object is created with attributes. Then listener object, dot create session created. From the session created, DAO object is created. DAO object having the connection object and prepared statements, and then now create statement method after all these three objects created, storing DAO reference here in the session point. What is the path of execution of this client? Every time it will go via here and here to database. Okay, now he's having his own path. Then when I send the request from second IE browser, again what happened? Separate thread create. Separate servlet object created? No. Same servlet object. Now the same servlet object is creating what? Another session object with its own attribute. Then what happened? Another user DAO object is created. Another connection object created. Another set of prepared statement objects are created. And then reference DAO reference is stored here. This is DAO and this is session and this is what? Servlet. Now tell me. Now this second client data is going, all the activities going via same database via second session. Okay, when I undeploy the project or shut down the server, listener object is called. Then this listener object dot destroy session means connection object is closed, prepare statement objects closed, DAO object is closed. Then here also connection object, first prepare statement objects closed, connection object closed, DAO object closed. And everything is whatever we created, everything is cleaned and the application is closed. Everyone understand? So this is how the servlet program execution flow you have to manage. समझ में आया? पक्का? ला करेंगे? This much heavy explanation. Can you give to the interviewer? Okay. Now we have to continue the next preparation, login, and then get update and delete. Okay. Then let's try now. So registration completed. Now I want to go for login. Tell me for login purpose, login method. Login prepared statement execute query. If available, return result. Where it is coming now from DAO user servlet. Inside user servlet. This is case result request completed. Where is case close? Case. Case 1 close. Now case 2. What is the case 1? Case register. Then next case we are moving. Case double quotes login. Okay, login or sign in, your wish. Login, open bracket, close bracket. Always remember, once you close, immediately write close bracket, comment. Otherwise, you cannot remember next word. Tell me, in login, what should I do? Should I write my logica or I should call DAO class method? DAO class method. What the DAO class method? Accounts DAO dot login. Where is the username? Request dot get attribute. Get attribute, get parameter. Get parameter of double quotes username. Next request dot get parameter of double quotes password. Double quotes password. Sir, this name is very lengthy, sir. Okay, take to the local variables, take it out. String username equal to next string password equal to. You know, whatever the logic I am writing, this logic already you have learned in core Java. In core Java bank application we develop. In switch block deposit operation I want to do. Read the deposit amount from the keyboard by using scanner. But now there we called what? SCN dot next double. Now what you're calling request dot get parameter. Compare with core Java with advanced Java. Core Java data coming from scanner, advanced Java data coming from request. That is only the difference. Remaining everything is same. And then pass username and then pass password. So my request is this entire program, take a Xerox shop, get the printout. Understand? Get the printout. Printout papers you see, or clearly paper by paper, neatly notes you write. By seeing in the system, you will not get anything. You will not get, your eyes cannot visualize what is happening in the system. Either printed copy, or if you have a patience, write program by program neatly. From where? From registration page, servlet, and next DAO, user account, and database table. All the flow left to right, one by one, page by page. First page, second page, third page, fourth page, and place all the places side by side. From here control where, from here control where, from here control where. If you place all side by side and watch, oh, aisa go raha hai ya, acha ja raha hai ya, okay, you will get clarity. Now, next point. Now, after login method, it is written the result true na? Boolean login. Tell me, what you write now here? If login, what do you need to do? If login, if login, what should I provide? I want to provide a page with 3 links. Okay, I want to provide next page with 3 links. Number 1, I don't say login successful. For example, you take your bank applications, HDFC Bank. Okay, HDFC Bank you take. History can be okay, this is a home page coming, but once I log in net banking, if I give my customer ID here and continue, we will get what? Password. Customer ID and password after giving, now we will get what? Left side menus and top side options all coming na? That is what operations page. What are the different operations I can do as a user, right? That means if you remember last project, after login successfully, okay, after login successfully, after sign in successfully, it should provide what? Course. Who has to create the course? User. Who has to create the faculty details? User. Who should create the student details? User. So now this page has to be displayed. Understand? Now this is the biggest website. It's not completed in just 1 hour, 2 hours. It takes minimum 1 week to complete to development. So as of now, I am developing this user next operations. What? Update and delete. Update, delete actions. I'm giving next page. Then you may ask me questions, sir, when you develop remaining? I don't develop. You have to develop. Okay. Then now what write? Request dot get request dispatcher, double quotes. Now I want to provide slash, maybe we can write direct, okay, no, slash next dot, okay, let me write just next dot JSP I'm writing, okay, next dot JS dot forward request and response. Else if we got false, false means record available or not available? Not available. What I should write? Request dot request dot set attribute of double quotes failed. Why failed? Double quotes invalid username or password. Invalid username or password. Maybe I don't know what is. Then get request dispatcher of what where I should pass? Fail or error. Error.js. First I want to write error.jsp. Where is this? Error.jsp. That's not HTML. error.jsp. Open error.jsp. Error. Error.jsp. Here style red. Align center. Now here what I should do? I should write a message. What is that? Request. Implicit. I have to take this error message now. From the servlet, I set the error message. This error message I have to read from the request and display. Tell me, help me how to get implicit object request. Acha, I have to use what? Scriptlet. Scriptlet expression tag. I want to display error message. Scriptlet expression message. Expression tag equal to request dot get attribute of double quotes failed. Then attribute name. What I have used? Attribute is failed. Error JSP failed. Attribute name is must be very important. Okay. Semicolon or semicolon? No semicolon. When invalid username password is coming, then next down, what should I provide? The same login page I have to place now. Listen, there is a standard action tag. There is a standard action tag called JSP colon. I want to include login.html page here. I want to include login.html page. To include login.html page, JSP to other web components. If it is a servlet to other web component, what you write? Request dispatcher dot or request dot get request dispatcher. That request dot get request dispatcher is provided in two ways. Remember attribute page direct to tag attribute at the rate percentage what do you write? At the rate page include direct. There is a direct to call include direct to and file equal to which file /login.html login.html. You can write like this, or also you can write JSP colon include. Okay. Now this page, let me make these notes as login error.js, because I want you learn this point also. So servlet, here I am taking login error.js. Now let's try now. Login module completed. What is the login module? First login page. Okay. When the login page, when I click on login button, then request is coming to what? User account servlet. In a user account servlet, first session is retrieved. Then user account object is retrieved. Then request parameter button retrieved. If button is what now? Login. Then case login? No. Case login? Yes. In case login, take the username, take the password, call the login method. Now control go to login method. In login method, take the username from parameter and set to the prepared statement, password set to the prepared statement, execute query. Query executed. If username is available, it returns what? Result set. In that result set, if username available or not available, it returns the result set. If username is available, one record is there. If username is not available, it returns what? No record. Then when no record, result set dot next. Now returns what? False. False means it is not executed. Control go down, returns what? False. Okay. If or else directly can I write like this? Directly can I write like this? Return rs.next. rs.next, if record is available, returns what? True. If not available, returns what? False. From here only we are returning true or false. If at all any exception is raised, then returns what? False. Okay, done. Your wish. Two ways you can write. Let me write. If only. Then control is coming to user account. In user account, login value is true. Request dispatcher dot next JSP. Login value is false. Then go to what? Failure dot login error dot JSP. Login error dot JSP. What return? Now I'm including HTML page. Login dot include HTML page, and then request dot get attribute of failed message. I'm printing here. Let's see now what happened. Let's run this code. Go to project is reloaded. Now login. Giving login. Any pitch name I am giving because I want to get failure error. Na wrong name I am giving. Click on login. Select user ID from exception we got. SQL syntax exception. SQL command not properly entered. Where? What is the problem? Select user ID from user account where spelling mistake. Here username equal to and password. Save it. Session object is destroyed. Quick. Username password coming red color. 1 minute. Login JSP error. Hey, ఉండవే. Reload రా. Username blah blah. Password blah blah. Click on username. Password. Click on login. Invalid username pass. Why it is coming here? It is coming. Okay. JSP remove this center. Login. Wrong username. Wrong password. Okay, na? Invalid username and password. Login module working fine. Like this. Remaining 3 modules. Can you develop by your own? Amma, nena. Impossible. What? Simple. What do you write? Now go to user account. Now I have to develop next.jsp. What is the next.jsp? Right click, new, JSP file. WebNF. Or else I want write user data.jsp. Page name I am taking something like this. Finish. User account. In place of next time writing user data.jsp. Save it. User data.jsp. Here I am giving 2 links. JSP not required, HTML sufficient. Here I am giving anchor tag, href, update.html. Tell me, update.html, if you access, already I log in now. When I click on update, it should ask me again, enter the username. No, no. It should directly take my username and go na. So tell me, if I click on update, it should take my username and go. Where it should go? Servlet. href and user dot slash URL pattern user account servlet. Here what I should pass? Question mark. I should place here user ID. Question mark user ID I should attach. User ID equal to. How to get the user ID? In the user DAO, I have to change the method name. User account DAO, login, create over, login. I should return here int. That user ID, longer user ID, long. Return rs dot. How many columns will come? Only one column. Rs dot get long of 1. Rs dot get long. That user ID I am retrieving and return. If there is a problem, okay, user not found, then what should I write here? -1. Okay, now if login returns -1, that means what? Record is not found. Then come here. Here what I should take? Login. Here I should take long user ID. If user ID not equal to -1, that means user is available or not? If user ID not equal to -1, then request dot. Just I want to use set attributes maximum as much possible, that much I want to use, so that you will feel data moving there and here. What is that? Double quotes, user ID, and then user ID. Let me take small letter. User ID, user ID. Okay, then update data.jsp. Update data.jsp, what it is doing? User account servlet, href. Here, user ID equal to. Can I use expression tag here equal to request dot get a attribute of double quotes user ID? Allowed or not allowed? Plus. This JSP page in the update.jsp. I'm taking hyperlink href equal to. This is servlet URL pattern. For each string I am preparing question mark user ID equal to. Now here I want that user attribute value. Bracket string. Sorry, string or long, whatever, no problem. Object it convert to string. Why it's getting mapped? Let's see. HTML body anchored and used ready. Any mistake here? This is not required. By anchor tag, and here update. Look at here. Why I have taken JSP page? In JSP page, we can generate what data? We can generate a dynamic data, multiple annotation found at this line, invalid location of text plus in tab. Okay, let's see now what happened. Will it work or not? Now go to login page. Now I'm giving login my data, Hari, and then Balai. Log. Session object message printed. On browser, we got error. What is that? Oh, user data not found. What? User data JSP not found. Why not found? Ma? Spelling correct only. Why? Where it was created? Oh, it's created inside web enough. Okay. Go back. Hurry. Now user JSP coming. Right click and see that update page already is coming. View page resource. User ID 1234 coming now. But let's see what it's coming error. User ID equal. It should be in inside double quotes. Why double quotes not processed? Okay. I remove plus. Now it is accepted. Let me try one more time. Right click, vPage source. Right? Okay, it's going in a write method, print method, JSP. Okay. Right, I will check it out and let you know. So can I expect everyone understand that registration and session management, and also you understand login page, right? And now this update after login, I want to see here what is my intention of this page. I will work out. Here I want to see update, and here what? Delete. When I click on update, it should get the next this user all data and should display in a one page. Whatever data you want update, update. Totally three links I want. Get, update, and delete. 3 hyperlinks I want. When I click on get, it should get me all this user data. Get all. 2 hyperlinks. Get all. If I call get method, only this user data should come. Get all, it should give me all users data. If I click on update, only current user data in a all text boxes will get. Okay, and then delete means it should go on delete and display message user deleted successfully. Once user deleted successfully, I have to take this page to backward original login page. Next user has to log in. Once this user deleted, then his data is not there. He cannot work with, right? He has to go to home page, login page. The new with a new user again he has to log in. So I want to use the hidden form fields. or session management. Here it is not accepting. So I think I have to work with what? Session management. I should store the user. Update means when you come for the update or delete, I have to go to the session and take. Okay, I got an idea how to write. So right, I'll develop this code and I will let you know. Now I have two options. To complete remaining three, shall we join Monday online or offline? Offline you want to come? Have the patience in? Okay. So come offline. Monday we will complete remaining options. Okay. I will not bore you in the class by writing code. By the time come to the class, I'll complete the code and come. Okay, na? So I'll complete it, and if while developing what are the problems I face, I will also let you know, so that your time will not be saved. Monday we can complete it successfully. Clear? Right. Thank you. And all the people joined Spring Boot. Please today completed. Tomorrow, please do the revision of the 2 demo classes, the syllabus or other things what are explained. By heart the terminology. Okay. You now after core Java, you should give more focus on Spring. Okay, this advanced Java project will give you whatever. Online obviously will be there now. Abdul Karim. Online obviously will be there. Okay, only offline is question. If they don't want to come to offline, then I'll take online for them also. Okay, fine. So I will complete these options and I'll let you know on Monday class. On Monday, after completing this project and flow of understanding all points, then I'll give you a revision what you have learned, and then we can go continue with the Spring Boot. Okay, now? Right. Thank you. That's all for today class. Pray God and come. Monday should complete. Pray to the God and come Monday. This project, all functionality should execute successfully. Monday. Array, always after your class completed, mistake is solving here. Online students. Now the problem solved. Double quote should not write here. Double quote should write here. Yeah. So now problem solved. Array, yeah. Okay. Now update option will not work. Done. We'll see tomorrow.